let's fix team of the season. Hey guys, finally he sleeps here. Team of the season is been out now for a couple of weeks in FC Mobile, and what we've been doing with these new events that have continued to fall off the map on FC Mobile is we come in and take a quick look at them, figure out what's wrong, and try to fix the events that we have. So today we're going to take a look at FC Mobile team of the season and see what we can do to fix it. First though, make sure you subscribe here at YouTube, turn on notifications so you never miss when any of these FC Mobile videos go live. You're here on my new FC Mobile channel on YouTube, so make sure you support the channel as we continue to build our new home for all things FC Mobile. All right, so team of the season, what can we do to correct this event? That's kind of the wrong question to ask. I think the first question is, what could we do to this event that would make us want to play it every day? Not just today and tomorrow and the next day, but what can we do to team of the season that would make us want to log in next week, next month, and maybe all through the summer? That's kind of what team of the season always is. It is the last big event of the year. It goes into the summer where things start to slow down, and then we get a big reset in the fall. The problem is we're not getting a reset this fall. I hate to break it to you. That's kind of the big problem here. There's no more resets. FC Mobile has kind of shifted to this new overall build that the content creators are pretty upset with. The development for the game has pushed it into a more casual realm of a game that you don't have to play every day. You can kind of show up and skip a week or skip a month, and you're really not any further behind than anybody else, and everything comes down to pack luck. And the events no longer have any depth to them. All you have to do is show up every day and do the minimal amount of effort, autoplay what you can, and everyone gets the exact same rewards. That's been my biggest beef with all of this. So let's take a look at team of the season and see what we can do to fix things. First of all, the big complaint everybody has is that the everything you're getting through this event are all untradeable. FC untradeable. None of the major stuff is available in the market. I mean, there are market versions available, but you have to spend actual money to be able to achieve any of that. The majority of the stuff that you're claiming each and every day is untradeable. All this stuff is untradeable here for the exchanges. You're able to claim players, but you can't really do anything with them. And the fact that everything has to be ranked and trained, and the untradables you can't sell once you've claimed them, is frustrating to most people. The exchanges barely give out anything above the 94s that you're getting. Well, holy shit. There we go. See, this is one of the positives from this. But again, this is an untradeable player that we can't do anything with. He's got that value of 203 million, but can't sell him. And if he's not someone you want in your team, you're just stuck with a 99 that you can't do anything with. Now, I would argue that the exchanges that we have for this, because there is so many and they are giving out decent rewards when you get lucky, they all require your team of the season players. And for the minimum, you can go back to older stuff. Like right here, this is requiring 90s, 80s, and 70s. You have a means to finally get rid of all this untradeable stuff from the previous events and kind of slow down your reserves to just the stuff you can sell. So if you look at it from that point of view, it's really not that bad that a lot of this stuff is untradeable. But if we go into the actual event, this is where things kind of fall apart. We're in the second week right now, so we have Bundesliga. Premier League is still here. But when you log in each day, you kind of claim your free stuff, and you can play skill games and some AI matches. But this TOTS Point A is one of the problems. You only have to pick whatever. You can do this first skill game 10 times. You can just dribble gates 10 times. You get your 50 points and move on. None of the rest of these nodes have to be played. I would argue that this is one of the big problems with the game. It's not giving you a difference in skill level. It's not forcing players to have a goal in mind. If you can do this first skill game, you can get the exact same thing that anybody else does. What would fix this is there is a grand total of 50 points that are available here. You can't replay any of the nodes, and you get a choice. So go 5 for the skill game, 5 for the second game, 5 for the third skill game. You're at 15 points plus the 5 you claimed here. So you're at 20 points. Now you have a choice. You have 3 AI matches that you can do. You can go for the easy route if you're new to the game and end up with 30 points. You can go the mid-tier round AI match and get 35 points, or you can go for the ultra hard match and get your 50 points for the day. Instead of everybody getting 50 points no matter what, create a difference. And these matches make this middle one is the value here for the low. So if you're coming in here, you're up by 1, you're playing against, let's say, an 85 rated team, you make this a little bit difficult for a new player to the game. Don't allow them to just walk away with it. Now, as difficult as this third match is, you're down by 1 in 60 minutes against a 90 rated team. Put that at the second tier. Make that second match something you can't autoplay. Maybe you can get lucky if you autoplay, but you're kind of gambling the 15 points if you just go ahead and do it. And then make this 30-point match really difficult. Make it so that you cannot autoplay it no matter what you do, and put some requirements on it. Let's say you're down by 1, you're 60 minutes in, and you have to win by 2. Force it to be a 3-1 match. Put a requirement in that at least one of those goals has to be a header. That way there is a bit of a challenge to complete the daily stuff to get your 50 points. Then as we move over to this path, instead of making it so that it's just a linear path and you have some choices down there, make it a path that goes all the way to the end. And we have, instead of a 295s and a 91 here, make it so that the point structure sets up that if you get the 50 points every day, you can make it all the way to the final reward. And instead of it being 95 untradables, make the final reward for someone who puts in the daily work Van Dijk for Premier League. Make it the 98 Van Dijk. But because everything's untradeable, make that ultimate reward Van Dijk and 2 universal rank players, 2 Mascarenos with Van Dijk, so that you can make him 100 rated. Then a little bit back from it, give just the Van Dijk without the universal rank players, and then across the board that may be a 97 and a 96, so that the players who are coming in here each day and doing the minimum tier of getting this 10-point AI match every day can maybe achieve a 95 or 96. If you're going to the middle and you get lucky, maybe you get a 97, but if you're doing this most days, you can probably come away with Van Dijk, a 98. Make all of these side quests another option. So instead of going after that main player, maybe there's a choice of the sub pass and you can get 4 universal rank players. Put some depth into it so that we have choices in our rewards and we have choices in the way that we play. Then set this up exactly the same way each week. Just change the rewards. It doesn't have to be different. So Bundesliga looks a lot different than Premier League, but it's all the same in the end because you don't have to make choices. You can just do this skill game over and over. Make life a little bit easier for the developers. Build one thing and use it for all leagues, but that one thing has to have some depth to it. That's what we're missing in the game. Tots icons, if we have depth on the main channel, leave this the way this is. Other than the fact that maybe make it a little bit more difficult as far as what we have to do each day. Instead of just a choice of versus or head to head, make us play a match. Make us play versus and then make us play head to head. Force us to pick one of each. Give us 3 chances a day, and you have to do one of each so that the match that everyone does, you're pretty much guaranteed 4 points. Versus a little bit more difficult, and then head to head really tough. But don't give us a choice to just do 3 versus matches or 3 AI matches. Give it a little bit of a challenge that goes along with everything. We love a challenge. Tots Arena is probably the best part of the entire event just because it gives us choices on what we can do, and there's decent rewards. You can overplay again and again, but again, let's add some depth to the rewards. Instead of it just being this stuff every day and then a milestone, set 3 different milestones. Give us a 94 for completing 20 wins, a 96 for completing 45 wins, and then maybe a 98 if you win 35 head-to-head matches, so that there's a reason to really force yourself to play some of this stuff. It's all about the difference in value, and there's got to be a challenge. When we watch these stupid ads, because again, FC Mobile has become the game of advertisements. When you watch these ads for other mobile games, a lot of the games show something that is a little bit of a challenge, but the example of what they do is someone who is making poor choices. And as someone watching the ad, you're like, oh my God, I could do that. There's no challenge there. I've got this. I can fix that. My IQ must be 200. I can do that. But what makes us want to play that game as a gamer is the fact that there's a challenge there, that someone else is unable to do something that we think we can. And that is the sentiment that we no longer have in FC Mobile. Everything about the game is it's casual. Everybody can do it. So until they start to realize that we want something, that there is a challenge, that I'm better than the next guy, that I can prove that I can do that and you can't, that is what the gaming experience is lacking in FC Mobile. Hope that helped. I'm FinallyHeSleeps. Thanks for hanging out today and supporting the channel. Make sure you subscribe here on the new FC Mobile channel at YouTube so you never miss when any of this content goes live. I'm FinallyHeSleeps. As long as you guys keep showing up, I'll keep making videos.